What? What just happened? Save states. I like how this game apparently can arbitrarily decide to have different save states. That scared the bejesus out of me, by the way. Woo! Ooh, that was spooky. Ah! Let's wait a bit. Let's wait a bit. Give everyone a little bit of time not to show up. Everyone deserves a moment to not show up. Does this guy blink? The cursor's on screen. There we go. Is my cursor on screen when I do this? Apparently not. I mean, I'm not doing screen capture, so I don't imagine it would. Oh, man. Well, let's do some Ecom Bokum. Which, by the way, I just want to say this. This looks really nice. Like, I originally always saw this on like a CRT TV or like a low resolution thing. It looks funky now. Hopes this works. Thanks for it. I really like the subtitles and like, oh, this is a magic sword summon and what you're doing on Throne Goliath. And it's like, ooh. It gives everything a bit of a magical sparkle and shine. So now we are Big McMahon. We got a couple of things we got to do with Big McMahon. We have a little bit of time. I remember when I said that enemies are respawn? I meant that. This motherfucker, he comes back. Which is rude. Here's a door. Let's kick in the door. No, there's a reason why normally when you interact with something in that particular fashion, it just kind of slams open. You can't jump at all. Oh, come on. Oh. What's up, oh? Watch out, boy. Over here is the secret entrance entry panel. If you have any cheat codes you wish to enter, this is where you do it. In this magnificent building. I think that Jiggy and the doors are the only things you really need to do with this thing, though. Also, I think you get a really sad little tune if you don't show up back at the base. Like it goes. Wah, 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 wah. What? Why the sad music though? It's not like you did anything bad. The game is just like, oh no, it's so sad you lost the video game. Except that's not the case at all. Also, as I pointed out last time, the first time any magic is performed in a level, a little Globo comes out of his little pockety-doo. They got a few more doors to kick in. Or a door, at least. Can I just say this level, like, we've already gotten all the notes, and like, what the frick am I doing here? Oh yeah, I forgot that part. I like it though. It's a nice little twist. Anyway, that's all we gotta do with Mumbo in this level. Mumbo has served its purpose. And again, it's a sad song! What did I do? Anyway, now that we can fly, we can do some other stuff too. But first we're going to go there and we're going to get our ledge grab upgrade so we can ledge grab. Like a champion. As the old saying goes, we are the champions today. Today being any arbitrary amount of time considering that the world keeps spinning. And yes, I am a round earther and proud of it. I know it's a very scandalous position of me to be, Also, he's all like, oh, come on, man. Come on, Bobo. You know you don't want it. You know you freaking suck. You've got 4 health points. But yes, I am a round earther. It's a very controversial position to take in this modern world, in which the general consensus is that everyone's a fucking idiot. Well, what is a boy to do? Oh wow, I got 3 viewers. I feel like a superstar. I feel like I need to wear some very oddly shaped shades and donate 50% of my money to no one in particular. Heck! How do we get across there? Heck if I know. Here's a trapped boy. We cannot save this trapped boy, for we do not have the entry code. What a door, though. What a door. Can we even do what's over here? There's a bunch of activities to do around here. I'll say one thing. I think that Banjo-Tooie's biggest fault is that it tries to be too much like Banjo-Kazooie by having the notes and such. Like, the powers you get are not that exciting or interesting. It would have worked so much better if it just went, you know what, just straight jiggies. Yeah, I need to pick up the power up before I go anywhere else. Because I need the ability to grab onto ledges. Oh, ooh, fun thing about swimming that I haven't pointed out yet. Oh. I thought you could swim with both at once. Anyway, the swimming is a bit better. A bit. Also, now we have proper aerometer. I have 1 viewer. Thank you, Twitch, for having the decency to program in the fact that it's not considered... Oh, it's like a little baby change. Little baby. Just tiny. Couldn't even do that much. And it's 0 clip instead of 0 clips. For some reason, this attack this move also comes with an attack. So what it lets us do is this and that. Oh, the white ginger is the one with all. Okay. Did it really need all this cutscene stuff going on? Could you be like, ah, you did it. You've beat the video game. You know, if this was Banjo-Kazooie, we'd have to go back there and pick it up ourselves. Yet, for some reason, in this game, they decided not to do that. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm saying it's just a weird thing they did differently. Anyway, here's a boy. It's a wholesome boy, who we will soon turn into wholesome food. So in this game, I'm going to say one thing about Banjo-Tooie that it does very well. Transformations are handled extremely well and actually have a lot of flourish and nuance to them. Unlike in Banjo-Tooie, where things were just kind of garbage. Yeah, we need the Grenade X for this. We can't even do this. What's that bastard about? Oh, there's probably a way to enter it beforehand. Now, if I recall correctly, IIRC. First, let's get this Cheeto page. With this Econ Bokum going on. I said we see this boy a lot, and I think he's like the only enemy that ever occupies this particular type of space. And because of the respawning enemy mechanic, ugh. So there's a few ways to get this. I think the best way to get it is... Can you sneak through this? Because the way I always got is the way I always got this is I used there's a little item at the end that you get very close to the end of the game, which I call Tic-Tac Kazooie. There's like a little bomb you can shoot, and the bomb can pick up items for you. So logically, you can use that bomb to obtain items. I'm not pushing anything, by the way. Because for some reason my controller thinks it's very funny to have a stupid little widget when it's pushed forward. I need a new controller at some point. Because if it's already doing this, who knows what it's going to do later. I'll live. I'm a man of holding on and being a strong boy. I'm strong. I can do this. Let's get ourselves transformation aid. So this is our transformer. It's Wumba. It's kind of weird that you constantly have these spells ready. And you just to pick up the last bit. So yeah, this is how transformations work now. Is you no longer have a panel, you just dump yourself into a pool. Just take a dunk. And the little boy comes out. He's all like, oh, I'm so tired now. Now we are bear. Dude, those eyes look kind of funky. But just now we can do big heap attack. I know what that means. Big heap attack, but sure. Of course, since this game is smartly designed, the first thing we see on our way out is this guy. If I try to think about something, does this game have that? Oh, whatever. I think it's only Mumbo where you're really. They actually programmed this in. Someone had to program that in, you know. They had polygons to put in a stair, for frick's sake. What did they save polygons on to be able to do that? Well, probably this whole pyramid, which is just like a couple. Do you have any idea how many polygons it would take? What's there even to do here? Like, we can come here later. We can't do this without the egg shooter powers. Oh, he tells you the cheats. Big heap. You know, I don't know, but I feel that the fact that that's a possibility, that you can walk back and there's just a door. I don't know. Like, why can't we even come in here? There's nothing we can do. She's like, hey, you want to come by? Want to say hello? I'm like, okay, I guess I can come say hello then. Whatever. I don't think, unlike before, I don't think there's like any reason to ever leave a level in Transformation 1. I don't think you can. I think every power-up is just restricted to the level itself. There might be a few exceptions, but I can't recall any. I'm really sad that no one showed up for D&D though. Although I wasn't really prepared. I'm really out of it lately. I need to. I tried to sleep on time. I tried yesterday, but my body was like, no, we're not going to sleep until it's way late anyway. There's actually a little broom back here. Huh. You'll never catch me alive. Never surrender. Oh, great. So, one thing that I don't like about Banjo-Tooie, however, is that it's filled with mini-games. And let's go entertain ourselves with the first... You know, I could just not do them. I could just ignore them. Just eat a big fat banana and not do this. Come on, man. Like, you only need 4 players. Well, what are you short on? Now, that door over there actually goes to a later level. I don't know why that door's there. That door's just there because frick it, I guess. I don't need no training. I'm an adult. So this game is filled with minigames. There's just so many. Like, there's bosses in every world. There's minigames in every world. It's just... I don't like it. I don't like it because it's dumb. And in case you're wondering, you can just press the shoulder buttons or something to fire. I won the video game. I couldn't care less. Physically impossible. I wonder what I think happened is someone was like, you know what I really like? I like Mr. Vile, and I like the fact you have to do this stupid minigame like 3 times, and they just went with it, and it's just like, let's make the whole game, let's make a whole set of games about this. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Let's see who's on. Who's watching. We got Electrical Alarm with a Commander Root. I don't know who these people are, and they've never said a word, but they're there, according to Twitch. They might not even be people. They might just be specters, ghosts from a long-lost era. But they're yellow, like you! So to put it as bluntly as I can. You really want to avoid too much hassle. Wow. You know, I could just hoard the ball. Wow. The AI is so dumb. Wow. You see, this is what happens when you try to put too many fucking minigames in your game. You don't have time to make any of them good. And some of them get worse, because there's a lot of them that are just shoot things. And it gets bad, with just how not, like, good it is. Because remember, I'm saying this from the perspective of little baby me didn't like it. And little baby me had a much different tolerance of, like, fun. And generally liked this game, and liked Banjo-Tooie. And was really into it. And if that little baby shit me is like, man, this fucking stupid, it's gotta mean something. There's a nugget of truth hidden somewhere in that bear of freedom. Just need to hold ball control. Yes! But if I recall correctly, we have to play this minigame twice. I do think there's a second round of this. Since when are you too choked up for word Kazooie? Training. What a great tutorial. Designed by true professionals. What else can we do? Look at the one was Wigwam. Ow! Somewhere, a muscle just decided to explode. But yeah, I stand on the strong. By saying, okay, so there's actually something fun. Like, when I said the transformations are good, I really want to point out the transformations are really good. There's two transformations in particular that spring to mind that are like pretty interesting because they both use the health bar in an interesting fashion. There's one transformation that just makes you immortal but doesn't do much. There's a transformation that primarily just changes the way the level works. They're all pretty clever. But the problem lies in that the one of them just kills you by every attack you do, and it's like, okay, why would you do this? Like, I get the point why, it's because self-destruct hurts you, but there's something to be said about not being a jerk to your players. Also, we cannot help this boy. Even if we had the access code somehow, we cannot help this boy. And the reason for that is simple, is because we need another move. Isn't that exciting? Also, the level we get to move in is connected to this level in that fashion, and you can't do that. You need to do it from this side, which means you have to exit the level, come back. You can start to see the problem with how they handled level interconnectivity. They used it as an excuse for level design instead of as an augment to level design. In a nice game, that wouldn't have taken like a second to do. That would have just been like instant. Oh, we can't even do this one yet? There's no reason for that, by the way. So the way this works is you have to go to the bottom. And at the bottom, there's just a bunch of pillars you have to push. And you push the pillars, and then the jiggy goes across. It's super funky. Yeah, it gets to another level, because I really recall that there's an upgraded version of the swim where you get to hold A and B together, and you move a bit faster. But other than the Cheetos page, we got nothing out of that. Has anyone showed up yet? No Mayo, and Como is doing whatever Como does. He might be busy. That's okay. I'm not gonna complain to Como about the fact that he has stuff to do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another cheeky puzzle, and we're gonna end the level. And we'll go to a level that I kind of like, but I also don't like. I don't like it because it confuses me for some reason. I don't know why, but the level we're about to unlock, for some reason, I could never wrap my head around. Grungy Industries is fine, but this level I just could not. Also, I got 30 views. What a nice, sexy number. Let's take that number and just paste it somewhere nice. Anyway, let's do a puzzle. Let's just have some fun doing a little jigsaw puzzle. I don't know why they picked this area for the jigsaw puzzle, because this is like not indicative of the level at all. I think they picked it because it's like a low poly area that they could very easily use. Cannot. Okay. So this guy is sad. He's the guy that's related to the little sad boy. But I don't know why they did it the way they did it. Like, I wish I could skip this because there was. But yes, I don't know a lot. I don't know why they picked that area. It's because it's probably because it's a low poly area, but it doesn't like indicate anything of the level. It's like, oh, he's just a sad man sitting sadly. What a great way to introduce your level as a sad man. I mean, I really like the Crystal Jiggy, and I think they should have done something with it instead of just being a set piece. It's like, oh, you got all the Jiggies in the world, and you get one that's like the final Super Jiggy or something. So, I'm not going to complain that it's a bad effect. That it's not, like, cool or interesting, or, like, at least adds a little bit of visual flair to unlocking a level. But it begs a question that's never answered, and that is, what is with this world? So think about this... Oh, cool, I can do another one. So think about this real hard. This guy needs to use this massive, super-powered cannon to unlock areas in the world so people can go there? What does that mean for the inhabitants of this world? Are they stuck? Is it only Banjo that's barred entry? Has this been recently done? Because don't forget that Grunty Industries exists on this area as well as the other one. Okay, the next one is unlocking is the theme park. How hilarious. I like to point out that with the controller, this is super frustrating. Ooh, someone sent me a message. Who is it? And there is Mayo, who's being super sad and upset over that he isn't in a good condition. That's fine. Well. I feel really bad about my art lately. The reason I feel bad about my art is exceptionally simple. Oh, it's called Witcher World, isn't it? Yeah. The reason I just feel bad about my art. I got a lot of art envy and bad stuff going on. Oh, as a quick note, there are two overworld. There's an overworld version of Wumba and Mumbo, and they have one thing to do each. The Wumbo one is at least something, but the Mumbo one just kind of points out how this game has no goddamn clue what it's doing. So the Mumbo one is used to acquire... Okay, how do I explain this? So the Mumbo one in this world, in the overworld, as should be called, serves the exclusive purpose of being used for a single Jiggy. A Jiggy to a specific world, no less. The only thing it does is he gets a little thing, he goes outside, he does a little spell, and he goes back inside. There's no reason for it to be that specific Momo to do that. It is a very involved process to get it all set up, but for some reason they decided to do it that way. It serves no major purpose, it's not exciting or interesting in any way the way they do it. And it just begs the question, what's the point? Like, I don't know, man, this game just has me furrowing my brow a lot and going, Also, you may notice that there's no more live counter, because they realized that the lives in the first game didn't actually do what they were supposed to do, as in save your progress and not make you lose it. They kind of got rid of it, so I'm okay with that. I'm chill. I know, you're stuck under there. I'm sorry, I can't help you, boy. Let me see, is that fire eggs, I think? Yeah, that's fire eggs. Also, the eggs. I'll be honest, the eggs are not the biggest sin this game commits. But they are kind of like, there's two eggs that are technically the same thing and all that. Like, I will die on the hill that says that this game really needed some reconsideration and some fresh coats of paint. I think it's the overworld where you always get the egg upgrades, so this is going to be fire eggs. So now, every egg basket you find will switch between fire and normal eggs. There are basically no exclusive nests out there. So I don't know where they got this idea from, or why they thought this was a good idea to begin with. But there you go. You you just press the Z button and it swaps between them. It's not a bad idea, not a poor implementation of an idea, but you'll start to notice that the game really mostly has things for the sake of like specific applications. And that's a bit of a problem, because in the original game you could at least do some things like for general purpose, and here they're trying to just replace everything, which we'll get to in a very brief moment, because we're very soon going to unlock a power that makes me just go, you did not know what you were doing, did you? So let's see. I mean, this kind of makes more sense. I don't think there's any reason not to. Unless you're doing like a low health run, in which case you probably already know how this works, so you would never come here. So as we can see in the background, she actually has like 5 little things. It's kind of nice. I kind of like this more than the way they did it in Banjo-Tooie for one reason. It's that you get some help. The early health upgrades are cheap, so you can get them very easily and you don't have to worry too much about things. Which means that as a player, you instantly get those extra few points to feel good about yourself. Oh, over here are swap pads. You might be sitting there wondering, okay, what are these? What are these? Well, we haven't seen the swap pads themselves yet, but let me put it simple. It's a system they use to basically pad out the game by a couple of miles. For no adequately explained reasons. There's like, Guh and Bree. Ah yes, their most citable lines. Guh and Bree. The definers of a generation. I can climb up here. There's nothing up here, but you can. Anything up there? It'd be kind of neat if they had like a room. You could just go into the room and there's nothing there. Want to go in a room, kid? There's no reason to, but you can. Oh, spring shoes. So, remember how you have the backflip, you have the shock pads. Now we have springy shoes. There's no reason for springy shoes to exist from a mechanical perspective, since their particular job has already been filled. But they exist. And they're part of a long list of upgrades that are technically redundant. If you want to be nitpicky about it like I am right now, yes, they are redundant. From a hardcore perspective, you could argue that they aren't mechanically redundant, but they are, and I will fight you. So welcome to the level. Fuel storage. Is that where the train is? Can we even fight the train without the... Still don't get what this game is. Just spawn with enemies. Why not just have respawning honeycombs and get over with? Like, the enemies never add anything, except for a few situations. Oh, that's actually a different one. We can't even use this guy. So you see this? You see this tiny little wire? Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get back to that. Don't worry about it. We'll get back to that when I'm super frustrated and angry. Also, note how dark it is. Fun fact, it's dark on my end. This is not any better on my end at all. This game just has no respect for its players. Also, I'll be honest, when you have 140 and it's like you only picked up like 20 things, it's like, it doesn't feel the same, you know? It feels like the game is just kind of patting you on the back. I'm like, ah, you did it, boy, you did it. And it just makes me go, I guess I did it. I guess. Like on a raw technical term, I did it, but... Okay, so for that, we need the speedy shoes. Which take a sip as to whatever we can do. We can't do this. I can actually take care of 2 things at once here, if I decide to transform right away. First, springy shoe things. So, if I recall correctly, how does this work again? We're supposed to run across the water to a place. Oh yeah, the turbo trainers have a new functionality. If I recall correctly, this functionality did not exist in the old game, but it does here. And that functionality is the ability to walk on water. Ow. Ow. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why. You just can. You can now walk on water. Isn't that exciting? Doesn't that just fill you with thrills and frills? Doesn't that just make you go, howdy doody? The problem is it doesn't move fast enough, so it feels super fake. Ah, my ring finger's just acting up all day lately. For recall correctly, this is an area that does a few things that I kind of like. Oh, here's our big trophy and reward for our triple troubles is a Jiggy. We now have 10. Isn't that a hoot? There's another one of them Kazooie ball boulders, which we can't use anything with yet. We don't have the prerequisites, as the scientific community calls it. Look at those hard shadows, man. They're so hard. Recall correctly, there's something in one of those, but we can't get to that. Remember on Rusty Bucket Bay, the fact that the water was like all grimy was like a massive like point in here. It's like, oh, we're fine with this. Question though, why does the water being grimy affect your ability to hold your breath? Yeah, we need to access that from Rusty Bucket. Also, the fact that there's a page like in the water feels a bit weird. Like, this game is such a weird mixed bag. The more I look at it, the more confused I get. I don't think that's a good thing, though. The more I look at it, the more confused I get. You got the viewers for song. Let us celebrate. And if you don't want to celebrate, well, what are you doing? I'm trying to celebrate here. I'm trying to have a fancy, happy-go-lucky time. But these are more springy shoes, right? Yep, more springy shoes. Why not? Anyway, now that I am not baby. My brain still can't figure this one out. Whoops. So this one, again, the pad's a different color, and I really like that. So this one's probably one of my favorite Jiggies for one reason, and it's the way you get it. It's just hilarious. You get it in pieces, and it makes the little jingle in pieces. And I love little details like that. They made me go, goo! I mean, kudos on the effect, but... I mean, a kudos on the effect. Who do we have? We got Belmore, Commander Root, we got X Stevens Channel. And we got the other two who we had previously. I like how the hat rolls around a bit. It's ragdolls before ragdolls, boy. There's a fun thing that happens if you shoot these guys with ice eggs in their, like, curled up state. It's hilarious. Like, that little hat gets frozen over. Jiggies. Keep out. You know what they say, the more you tell someone not to go in, the more they want to go in. The more you give someone 5 across the ass for being a rude boy, the more they'll be rude. Oh, I just remembered one of the most frustrating bosses in all of video game history, because the boss is entirely built on rubber banding but requires you to button mash, and it's terrible. I complain a lot about certain Jiggies just being not fun to get. But generally speaking, I do it from the perspective of this could have been better or could have been mechanically solved in a more exciting fashion. Isn't that all of them? No, we picked up some extra on the overworld, so... So let me just run you through this particular jiggy. You have to... Oh, wait. Oh. You have to rapidly press a button. That's all it is a race. And you have to rapidly push a button to stay ahead of the other dude. That's it. The problem is the enemy you're against, unless you use like a turbo controller or know exactly what you're doing, you're gonna mess up. And it sucks. Guff beans. Dilbert. So, this to me is like a weird shift because originally, and I do want to point this out, originally Banjo never was like, hey, I want a reward too. Like, from a narrative perspective, Banjo always had this sort of like, I'll do it for free. Like, he felt like a chummy chum-chum. And this time he's like, hey, by the way, prize. Like, it would have made more sense if it was just Kazooie who was like, hey, you want to give us a prize? Like, there's no reason Kazooie has to go through Banjo for this. Just makes a strange setup. And if I recall correctly, this guy is the drill attack guy. AKA, how about we give you another ground pound for no good reason? There's no reason this ground pound functions differently. It just does, and you have to learn with it. Live with it. So, the problem I have with this is literally just a ground pound. Oh, cool. He also does the healing stuff, and he has a nice line for it. I don't think I ever had that because losing health takes some effort. But yeah, so I'm going to give you a demonstration because there's a nice demonstration rock right here. For demonstration purposes only, of course. The problem I have with this is it's no different from a ground pound. It works exactly like a ground pound, and you use it in a situation you would use a ground pound. So why does it exist other than you can't do some things in the first level? Now, the only reason, and I just remembered this, the only reason I'm not going to give it a complete smackdown is there are a couple of moments when it actually gets pretty clever with what the drill beak is able to do. So there are a couple of minor moments where I'm like, I guess you sort of justify your position on this matter, but otherwise, the game would have been perfectly fine without it. Because there's a point where you have to unscrew things and you have to use your drill, because the drill naturally would screw things, because, you know, because who's got a flat bill, I guess. Look at how wobbly this terrain is, man. Ooh. So wibbly wobbly. Yeehaw! Yeehaw indeed, partner. I figured there'd be a wholesome boy in here. It's exactly the kind of place you put your wholesome boys. Just gotta double check, triple check, make sure all the checks are checked. Also, I don't know, this game doesn't really have a good tutorial area compared to the other one, which is like, here's a whole bunch of stuff. Can't go there yet. Heck. Heck! Why is everything fighting me? Oh, I remember what this... Okay, so this one's actually alright, I guess. Think we have to shoot fire eggs? So this is neat. Like, they're using the lighting engine, but it's like, what is the puzzle exactly? I guess the platforming challenge is there, but it's like, you have to do this once, and then you have to do it again, and again, and again. And I stand behind the point that if you have to do something a lot, for no real good reason, I'm pretty sure there's people who can do this blind. To them I say, wowzers. Hey, this is neat. That's alright, I guess. I guess I'm complaining a little too much. Because I'm too negative a headspace, I'm just making complaints where there are none. You need to watch out with that, because you can very easily shift from, I have a legitimate complaint about the design of this, to, I'm just complaining because I want to complain because I'm a whiny baby. I'm such a whiny baby. Oh my god, that's so dumb. There was no reason for that to be that way. But they did it, because they could. Well, we got 11. And a ladder back, because this game apparently understands that people don't want to walk back. They want to hoof it. They want to jump. And land in a little kiddie pool and be like, oh man, look how cool I am. This game is a lot more in common with Morrowind now that I think about it. This is where the train's at. Can we even... I remember that you need the, ice eggs for this, or something. Maybe you don't. Science will tell. Oh, it's a lizard! Belmore posted a wholesome lizard. That's a good boy. I love him. I'd give him a smooch. Oh, we gotta... Gotta do Mumbo first for no adequately explained reason. Guess they gotta get their mileage out of that character, too. Make it a sign, it's gonna be like, I'm dead. I'm dead. What's your problem, kid? I'm dead. So this is a recurring element of the game. Is there's train stations in several levels. And as you'd imagine, you need to use the train for a bunch of stuff. Mostly to deliver things, but... I just want to read the sign. Well, I guess that gives Mumbo two things to do in this level. Although he's still very much a warp him in, warp him out kind of character. And as the old saying goes, well, howdy doody. Doesn't mean anything, but it's an old saying. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Some levels, by the way, do not have many warp pads. Others have many. I think it's completely arbitrary, whatever, not you have some. I think I'm going to pull up a map, because I really can't keep this in my head. Like, I don't know why, but this one just always escapes my brain. Wow, there's actually someone who posted a TNT locations map on DeviantArt of all places. I'll give him credit. I'll give him credit that they did a good job with it, but... Oh, cool. There's a little list of all the detonation locations. Now, what my problem is, and I think this is the nuance that the drop that makes the bucket run over, is what's the point of doing something? So, I feel that for something to be of significant value to a game, to add to a game's experience... Whoosh, there we go. Oh, wow, that minecart track just goes all over the place. That's Wizzy Wazzle all over the place. What's that even? F and it connects to I. What does I connect to? Oh, okay. So the reason that I don't like the transformation is if all you do is you go to a place, you push a button, and you go away again. Then what's the point? Why not just make it happen with something else? Like, the going there, the journey's got to contribute to something, you know? Like, it needs to be an activity. You're like, oh. We need a power up for this. So this level is one that a lot of people don't like. And fun fact, it's how they handle this in the future, again, later. I wonder when he's gonna hit his head. I'll be honest about one thing. I complained a lot about there not being any need for eggs for egg pickups because the way they handle it is like you get so many eggs in it. I think the reason it is because they could then make these sections work. Sections don't work otherwise. Where's the map that I care about? So many maps. So many maps. So this one kind of blows because all we got to do is we got to run. So this is kind of neat. The problem is they quite literally spell out what you're supposed to do. And it just makes me go, eh. So, I like that they're like, hey, you get all the time you need to find them all. I don't care. I like how they're not, like, special. Now look what you varmints done. Oh, that's awesome. They just kick you out. I like how he's like, well, they escaped again. It's like, wait, what? Okay, I'll be honest, that's actually a decent move that you kind of need. A dee ba boo ba da ba dee ba boo. Dee ba boo a da ba dee ba da ba doo ba boo. Yeehaw! This is kind of neat. It's actually better than the other one we did because the other one we did was just like it happened. And nothing is worse than something that just happens, you know. Nothing worse than things that just kind of go in and out of your head in the same breath of air. Yee-ba-bee-ba-da-ba-dee-ba-bee. Why do Banjo and Kazooie forget how to jump in this mode? Also, why did they waste so many polygons making this look nice? Hey, it's Komodo! Yeah, for some reason they insisted on having first-person shooter segments in Banjo-Tooie. Como, oh, I got 32 views. I got 2 views out of nowhere. Oh, hot. That's exciting. We can do voice chat if you want to, Como. I don't know if you can add much, but how do I get out of here again? I think you start up on the ledge somewhere. Don't poke your dynamite, kids. That's how you get hurt. That's some aggressive shading. Maybe that's why I actually did the whole animation change thing. It's because that glitched the heck out if you tried to do it. Because I imagine the Banjo's model isn't properly loaded in at that time. That's fine, Kobo! Strong. Got a bunch of stuff to do in this video game. Oh, here's the broken down mark. So this is the race I was talking about. Is done with this little thing. I don't think it ever explains anything about that, about how the lady does it or how the lady works. She's one of the more fantastical elements out there, which is a lot to say when there's magic afoot. But oh, I love that there's a level where you make the hut bigger, and it's like super stupid how they do it. Oh wait, I forgot to put the celery in the magic soup. Sorry, lady, I forgot the soup. There you go. Alakazam! There is no third Banjo-Kazooie. Nuts and bolts are not technically considered Banjo-3. So the problem with self-destruct is it hurts you. Also, Nuts and Bolts is alright. People complain a lot about it because it's not a Banjo-Kazooie game, and I'm like, you do know that Banjo-Tooie also didn't do the job very good, right? Oh, heck. I've lost my way. I've lost my way. Just check that guide for things. Also, I don't know if I can play Banjo-Tooie because it's not like available on any system that I have easy access to. Where is that place again? So it's over next to Mumbo's house. I have not been there yet. It makes sense that I have not been there yet. This is a logical series of events. No shandified storytelling here. Ba-dum-bum. As my brain took 2 seconds to think about something, I realized something. Also, this game has a pen island in it. Could you imagine? They really liked getting away with stuff, didn't they? Eh. I think you can flood the curtain. They're just going along. You kidding me? You better not be kidding me. Yeah, we have to do that. I thought I was thorough. But the truth is, I was not. Also, yes, the game very clearly does the Super Mario Galaxy thing where... Yeah, you can normalize according to stuff. Come on. Stop hopping and getting there. Now we just gotta go to fuel storage and we'll be done. Bada bing bada boom. I'm not kidding, by the way. There is a penis island in this pen island. There is a section in, I think, Pterodactyl Land, where the islands leading up to Mumbo happen to form in such a way that it looks like a dingus from above. Look it up. I don't want to use telepads because I'm so worried that I'll blow myself up. I take damage. Quality design from a quality developer. Also, you can't get health without blowing yourself up, which means there's no way you can make a health profit by killing things. You can start to see where this transformation has issues. Well, dingle dongle. Just a word I like saying. Huh. Exciting gameplay. Why is this cutscene here? What does it do for me? But here's the problem. That cutscene is nothing. Absolutely nothing. It could have just happened off on the screen. Or off the screen. It contributes nothing. It's just like, oh, he stops. You know what? A normal player goes in there, and he goes to check, and he's like, oh, he's still there. I guess I did something wrong. And that's the reason they'll check, of course, being, where the hell's my Jiggy Man? They're all upset because they didn't get Jiggy for doing the thing. Penisland.com. Do you want pens? Well, here at Pen Island, we got all of them. The fact remains that it works both ways is just the good part. And I have no shame. Alakazam, Alakazoo. I'm a pizza. What about you? But am I truly a pizza? Or am I just imagining things? Oof. Me feeling bad about my art is just like my big feel right now. I can't believe death by hat. So this area is kind of funky. I think the only thing you do here, this whole room exists exclusively so you can talk to this lady. So, the thing is, in any other game, they would have been like, ah, she's just there, and you're like, hey, I wonder what this is all about. But here they spell out the joke twice. Like the joke of her being here and just... Which is the problem, because the Jiggy you get from her requires you to do more. In Banjo-Kazooie, this would have already been enough for us to get a Jiggy. I just want to point out that this takes a long while. Again, it's another cutscene of just things happening on the screen. You know, in a better game, we would have seen her leave the place, and then she would be on the place, and it'd be like, here she is! For some reason here, they insist on showing the whole transition, which takes up a lot of time to program and to test, instead of just a camera angle. I don't get this. Like, what were they trying to achieve? What was the achievable? In the meantime, Banjo's choking back here on a huge quantity of fart gas. Like, that's the problem with that cutscene, is that Banjo's standing in, like, toxic gas. He's just like, I'm gonna stand here. Honky, honky, horror. Hey, hey, hey. Banjo doesn't care about toxic gas. He's a strong adult boy. For all intents and purposes, at least. I think the only way to destroy the TNT barrel is, but they're not a problem if you just keep moving. Everything isn't a problem if you just keep moving. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other foot. Man, the amount of D&D that hasn't happened recently is becoming hilarious. Xyla's like, we're gonna do a game. Nothing happens. We're gonna do a game. Nothing happens. And everyone was there the first time. And we just didn't do it for no reason. They're like, okay. I'm not the GM of this game, so I don't have to organize this. Are you waiting for me to do something? You waiting for me to pick up some slack, huh? Huh? I don't think we can do this. Yeah, we need the swap pads for this one. This one's another of those doofy swap pad things. What do you have to say about the situation, Mr. Sign? So, again, why does it explain that? Isn't that immediately obvious from the design of the level itself? How little trusted... like, every single thing makes me go, they didn't have any faith in their players, because they keep just pointing things out. Here's a split pad, and here's a place that a split pad would be useful, but... I like to call that insulting. Because it is. Heck. And heck is all it will ever be. Where do I want to go? I want to go to the green place. I could just take the telepath, to be honest, but... I could have just taken the telepath. I also think there's another level where they put, like, the pad inside the building because they kind of had to. Anyway, I want to access the flooded caverns because that's going to be great. Now, you could say, well, a lot of things they do in this game, they do for the feeling of adventure. I feel that the feeling of adventure is something that's kind of limited by how much you mess around with it. Alright, I'll look it up. I'll look at the map. Because I don't know where the flooded mines are. F goes there, I goes there, I comes from there. Okay, I never went to that place, I guess. I haven't gone there yet. They do a lot with the theme, though. I'll give them one thing. I'll give them another thing. I'll give them another thing. They do a lot with the theme of a level. Like, Jolly Roger Bay has, like, Atlantis and all. It's got nice strong theming. Whereas Gobi's Valley was just like, here's some sand. You wanna look at sand? You like sand, kid? Okay, so where are we? I think I know the path for this. But if I recall correctly, the actual path doesn't take you to the Jiggy. Like, the actual path that leads to the door just leads to the door. The door? Oh, ooh. So, again, the lighting engine's pretty radical because it does the following. Look at that. That's pretty neat. If you really want to, you can use some golden feathers. And now the light's gone because the Jiggy's gone. It's nice. It's cool. It's got some something happening. A little bit of life, a little bit of energy. Oh, the guide I'm looking at actually says, well, the reason this level's hard to navigate is because it has base shaminess. I see what they mean. So I describe it, at least. Here's a hat man. Nobody knows what it's like to be the hat man. Ooh, look at them shadows. Look at them shadows. I think that's it, right? Now we just have to go to good old-fashioned Mumbo Kabumbo. Give him a little smooch in the cheek and make magic happen. Oh no, we still gotta do Mary. We'll do that first. We'll do that first. How about we do that first? Did you I pinged you. Yes. Yes, they did make us an opportunity with Banjo-Tooie. I pinged you on Discord because of the whole situation. Banjo-Tooie, Banjo-Tooie. E3 kind of came and went, didn't it? Not no huge scandals making for exciting stories. It's the wrong place to be. I'm gonna have to set up a thing. Because I don't want to do this boss legit, because I don't like button tapping. It makes my hand go, ow. There's a worse one later. Because of course they'd have to recycle this awesome and awe-inspiring character. They could not do without Canary Mary having 2 canonical appearances in this freaking game. The next one of which doesn't even make sense. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Does this device actually offer automatic rapid fire modifiers? No modifier? What kind of modifiers can I assign? Modifier is movement? Macro? Rapid fire. What is slow rapid fire? Ooh, I can do rapid fire for the button. I think it's just the A button though. Gonna put it on toggle. How do I activate this? Oh, I gotta put an input in. I'll put it on the game button. So if my calculations are correct, if I push this button, which I did, it's supposed to auto-fire the button. Oh, it never... I was supposed to push apply changes. Toggle. A button. Rapid fire. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Oh my goodness. I've never done this before. Oh, you went offline. Yeah, just that's fine. Isn't even registering the button? What if I went on slow auto fire? Because I'm not doing this by hand. I've got all the mind to just... Okay. There's something I can do. You know, you're not done this, are you? It clearly says rapid fire. What if I just make it a button, like Z? Shush. Shush, lady. I don't want to hear you flap, flap, flap. Okay, we'll just have to pull out Xpadder for this one. I haven't used Xpadder in a long while. So we're going to take that off, and we're just going to set this up, I guess. Where's my N64 setup? That should be the N64 setup. C buttons are set up. Analog stick set up. Buttons set up. With one tiny change. It's a rapid fire for the Z button. Do I want to make this a toggle? No, let's go to advanced. Let's go to turbo. And put that puppy up to max. So now, whenever I hold this button, it'll just... Yep, there we go. Hello there, awesome, awful lady. It's awfully precise about that too, by the way. It's going too fast. It's actually tapping too fast. Love it when that happens. We'll do it at a delay of like a tenth of a second. It's a little slow, isn't it? It'll do. Actually, I want to be fast. I want to get this done over with. Yeah, but I think that if you go too fast, the game literally cannot register half your button presses. So we just get to sit here while I hold a button. Fuck it, I'll do it myself. Ah, this takes so long though. You remember how in Mario Party was like sued over the control stick controversy, and yet they did this. I'm not saying that pushing a button rapidly is any worse, but it's really not something you should force someone to do to their controller. Like, it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's just you should not have done this. And the worst part is that they make you do it they make you do it several times. That's the worst part, is that it's not just a one and done. You're like, okay, one time I'm done. Wait, is that macro still in existence? Let me just delete Yes! There are MGS, as from what I heard, one of the worst ones. The rabbit button tapping. Now these ones are not bad. These ones you could probably manage without too much of a hassle. It's the last one that matters. That's like the big one. Seriously, though. No, I really like the minecart race in Mario Party. That one was neat. Just saying. She actually goes to unlock the clouds, and for some reason there's a minecart there, and for some reason that, or what, I don't know, maybe it's not a minecart, I don't remember. Point is, it's not fun. Oh, of course. Let's put her back. Thank you for helping us out there, Expatter, but we're going back to direct input. Thank you. We'll just meander over to Mumbo. I want to go to Witcher World, though. Witcher World's fun. Well, it's not fun. It's a level with problems, and it's where the split-up path gets introduced. I didn't think about it. This little game really moves on quickly. I guess when you're just having fun and having a blast, it takes a bit longer, but... A blast having, I am not. Let's see what the collectible looks like. Well, it looks like garbage, but... Because the color buffer can't be used. Can't use the color buffer because it's a software component. Wow. We're missing a bunch of jiggies. Missing a bunch of jiggies and also a page. Heck. Yeah, there's going to be a cleanup phase. There's going to be a cleanup video, unlike Banjo-Tooie 2. Tooie 1, I mean. In which there was no cleanup phase. Here we do. So, I want to talk about something. This game has good levels. It really does. Witcher World's one of them. Momo actually gets to do something. The transformation's pretty interesting. It actually works. And, the only reason I want to talk about that is... Oh, this is fun. This is great. So, you are not allowed in Woman's Miss Mumbo! I love it. I love how the game actually has a little thing for that. But what gets me is that the first two levels of the game are not good. Whereas with Banjo-Tooie 1, it's the exact opposite. The first two levels are the best ones, and the ones that everyone remembers. Next to Matt's Monster Mansion. I think this one's called Levitate. And Jiggy Boulder. So I like this boulder a lot, because again, it is a fun little thing where it's like, we get like the jingle in segments. Wow, that's a flat ass. Not that I mind. People are allowed to have the butts they have. Even at 2 times speed, this still takes a forever. Also called an eternity. Truly, they needed to put all of this in the freaking game. And what is with these cutscenes that just take forever and don't really contribute anything? Do you like cutscenes? Do you like sitting there and picking your nose as things happen on the video game? So everyone be quiet. Welcome to the most magical moment of the game that for some reason stuck with me. It's so dumb. Ow. Whoa. I like it. I don't know. I just find it kind of goofy. It makes me giggle. When there's an old saying. When everything's garbage, any tiny non-garbage thing looks great. And I think that might be why I like that so much. Is because it's a tiny little cute thing that actually works between a lot of stuff that doesn't work. So I'm pretty sure that for the most part, Mumbo only does 1 spell per level, which is why she usually does only 1 thing. Maybe. Baby. Anyway, get up, Chuffy. If this was a modern game, there would be a quick time event where the player has to push a button where the train slowly falls down again. We call it the heavy rain of quick time events. For some reason, Mumbo is a qualified train engineer who is allowed to couple trains together. To the caboose. Also, I don't think he can climb ladders, so he can't get up there. Oh, he's barred entry. The train is like, no. What does the sign have to say now? Oh yeah, the sign is used to call Chuffy. Forgot. Oh god, all the notes. Okay, so phew, can take that one off my back. Oh, we can actually go back to Spiral Mountain and do something there. Now that we have the ability to pick our noses. I got a follower! When did that happen? I got a follower and didn't even notice, and I got 33 views. Who is this mystical follower, and why didn't my thing go bleep bleep bleep? See, that's what I mean! Hagbags Tootie. Hagbags Tootie. Followed. Thank you. Thank you very much. I noticed before my program did. Take that, computer. This is why androids will never win. It's because we get our follow notifications before you do. The true end of the singularity apocalypse. It's the Grey Mass loses. There's nothing cool with this in Jolly Roger Bay 2, is that you break through his house, and it's just like, why are you doing this? This man's gonna have a massive draft now. And let's go fight a train. I know it's not the most heroic thing to do with your life, but you know what they say, if you can't fight a train, you're not a man. Buying an Xbox One just to play Banjo. Not a terrible idea. I mean, the emulation has some issues. So it's not entirely a bad idea. Look, I wouldn't be against it. I bought this game twice. I owned it for the N64 and I owned it for the Xbox 360, I think. So, yeah. I think I have all the right to have an emulated ROM. I bought this game more than the average person did. And I bought this game more than any modern day person's gonna. I beat the game like so many times now that I think about it. Oh, that's sad. Also, I think in the Xbox 360 version, didn't they make it so that you can actually do the stop and swap stuff? I'm pretty sure they actually did that. Didn't fix the rapid fire button problem though. Of course, the N64 was not meant for HDMI. It's old King Cole, the grubby boiler monarch. Look at this handsome boy. I actually like this design a lot. Look at him. Ooh, also, we got 5 viewers, so let's check out who's here. We got Belmore, Commander Root, Electrical Longboard, Hagg, Bangs Tootie, Komodo Saurian, and X Steven Channel. How exciting. And I now have my first viewer that is not a person that I already know. So, I really do like how they do bosses in this. Like, I complain there's bosses all over the place, but they actually do one thing very well. One, they give bosses names and little subtitles, and second, they have a little boss introduction. And one of them just wants a pizza. And they get angry over it. Anyway, we're dying. I know this sounds like a bad thing. But the longer you think about it, the more you begin to realize that dying is not a bad thing. I appreciate this man's persistence. I wish I had his kind of dedication to the cause. Also, he's not really doing anything, is he? Am I big in the Banjo-Tooie streamers? Dude. Dude. I'm a baby. I've got 3 followers. I'm a baby. Doesn't he like lose his head at some point, too? Whoops. The problem is, you can't, is that he himself does not let you sit down and talk to him. So it's your fault. You could probably find, like, a better streamer for just this game, even now. No, I don't, I'm not big. I'm a tiny boy. I'm not even speedrunning this game. You know, there used to be a time when people could just be casually playing a game and get a speedrun record out of nowhere. I miss those days, because I wasn't there. What an amazing boss fight. I just stood still and shot eggs at the wall. How exciting. A true thriller, a definer of a new generation of children. Terrible. Terrible. Baldies. What the hell's Baldies? Oh, Baldies. I only know that game because a certain dude did a video on it. And I was like, oh man, that's a video. I think we're done here. I think this is an open shut case. Baldies is like that strategy game, right? Also known as Baldy Land in Japan. Man, those were the days. When people didn't care about... Actually, that was a different time. Reviewers were in a very odd spot when you really think about it. When you really think about it, if you really look at the meta-analytics, you'll find... Oh no, Yeah. I mean, it's a really basic Slender game with some tiny twists, I guess. It's not spooky though. I'd say it's more kinky than spooky, considering that he wants to smack you. Like, the reason that Slenderman works so well as a horror protagonist is you don't know what he's gonna do. Oh, I guess I can get some wisdom. Well, spout wisdom. Oh, sorry. I hope you do so too. That'd be nice. Let's go take care of this fiendish foe. What a mighty enemy. What a mighty foe. So for some reason, this is a fire switch. It is literally just a switch that you need to hit with a fire egg. It doesn't do anything special. It's just a switch. I don't even care about custom consoles, but hey, if you want to get that, I hope you get it. I support you and your endeavors. Because there's got nothing better to do. This is a different type of Wumba. You need a Mega Globo to use this one, but the reward you get is kind of interesting. You get infinite fire eggs, and that's all I'm going to tell you. The Mega Globo requires you to get the Ice Key. That's a good reason to hate E3. I wish I had money to spend. But I do not. In fact, I have what's called opposite money, which is like money, but it makes you have less money. Some people call it debt, I call it anti-money. I think it describes the situation better. Debt kind of hides the truth. Also, the roll feels a lot more flexible in this one. Which is weird, because while they technically did implement the clams in Treasure Trove Co-op, I don't think anyone steals anything from you in this level. Come on, I just want to read a sign, man. I wonder if the number increases to 1 if you get all the GDs for this level. Come on, just make this happen, please. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we get grenade eggs already? Really? I thought it took a little bit. Oh, wait, we gotta get the click-clock-kazooie ability. Get! Huh. I thought you got that in Jolly Roger Bay, so why would that be here? Oh yeah, we gotta get the split pad and then we can go the other way. That's how that works. Oh, come on. Just talk to the man. I have minus $50. So grenade eggs explode. And there he goes. This man is now officially brutally murdered, and he lost his hat. If the hat fell to the front, you would see that. But you do not. Yeah. So we have grenade eggs. They just blow up. That's all they do. They waited until now specifically because you had the ability and you had to detonate some things. Otherwise, I can think of no reason. Welcome to Witchy World. This sign is here for a reason. And interestingly enough, this sign does not apply to the entire world. If you take a side entrance, it must have this sign, or you are not confiscated of your wares. And there's a reason for that, and that has to do with Pterodactyl Land, which is a world connected to this one. Oh, it's Lady Boggles. Darlings. So the funny thing is they suddenly gave Boggles a wife. Buggy. He's a wise TV. Which plays Mr. Pants. Great, I get to wrangle kids. Get to wrangle them. Witchy World has lots of switches. Let's push one. The burger stand is now open. I gotta say, this place is like legitimately gross. But it adds to the flavor, doesn't it? So here's the thing that... Oh, no, I don't want to touch that. So this... Okay, let me just show you what this does. The question mark honeycombs are terrible. They suck. That's how they work. They're frustrating. Funny thing, little kid me took forever to figure that one out. I don't know why. The fence is electric. If you touch it, you will take damage. I can't believe I had to tell that to someone. to myself, particularly. The Jiggy-Watts. Come on, they could have at least gone for like the Jiggy-Watts total from Back to the Future. I mean, like, that's a reference. I can literally murder you. I can't believe I murdered this child to make him go. Who survived what, Como? If you mean Gochilda surviving the end of the game, it's implied that she's somehow alive, in sufficient of a state that they can suck life out of other things and put it into her. There's a ginger. Also, as I mentioned before, this is one of the funnest. Okay, so I think this one of the power is energize, and it makes things go on. Because a lot of the rides are deactivated. Those footprints are part of sticky shoes. We'll get to that when we get to that. We can't use that now. I don't think we can use it for a while. So yeah, the main theme crux of this level is you gotta go places, have Mumbo fart out some electric gas, and power everything up. Here's a cash register. It's trying to kill me. What a level. Do I have any plans? I don't know. I'm not the kind of person to... I don't have plans. I just exist. I exist in this ephemeral landscape. Which is to say, I'm not a creative person who has ideas often. Yeah, the witch you fight the last time dies, she gets shot off the place, lands under a boulder. They make it very conclusive that she's gone, and then the next game is like, oh, well, she's just here. So here's something funky. On top of that is a very flat surface that always made me go, what? Oh, here's something funny. You can go in here and you can get your fortune red. There's a place back here which they could have just saved on polygons, but just not having a place, but they did. So here we go. We literally get our ass beat. After a certain amount of fortunes, they close the doors. I mean, I'm more than willing to do whatever people think is neat. But for the most part, I just do whatever I feel like. I mean, we're doing Mass Effect with Como, which is an exciting endeavor. A true purveyor of the arts. Come on, at some point it has to, like, close the door, right? And give me something other than a beating. Awesome. What a prize. I'm done here. Those are really detailed models when you really think about it. So this will introduce us to the split pad, and the problem with the split pad is you basically have no moves once you get out of this. Also, it's been 2 years since you got stuck under that thing, so it's like very funky when you think about it. I think we need these in order to bribe the other kids. Like, the one you have to kill, the other one you have to... I can imagine they actually made a bet on that. What a situation we're dealing with. So I think we have to get up here at some point to get some things, so we're gonna have to... Ah! Frustrating. This is what I mean with the cameras not... Oh! This is great. I I love it so much, in fact, that I'm having a heart attack. Not even save states can help me now. There is another way to get up there, I think. And it's not fun either, so we'll just do it that way. Ow. It's a very detailed ticket when you think about it. I'm surprised this many people came up and said hello. Seriously. The problem is the money throw at you, Como, explodes on impact, so you can't use it. It's probably fake too. Why are they bullying this man? So this place makes interesting use of, before usually soundtrack changes you went underwater, here soundtrack changes depending on where you go. Just heck and a half. Heck. It's a black jean show. That's what shoes. Claw clamber. Read the sign. Read it. Oh, I thought you couldn't get. I thought you need another move to do this, but yeah, you can only use everyone once. I think that's how that works. It's the Cactus of Strength. I don't know how cactuses and strength relate to one another, but there you go, Cactus of Strength. Are you strong? Then you are Cactus. Look at that boy. He tries his darndest. Ah. My pinky. I'm pretty sure a bunch of enemies in this game are just resistant to rolling or something. I think it's the Minjos. Cheapers. Why would you want those? So this is a Mincho. The way to take care of them is simple. Problem solved. Did you have to be split up to use the pump room or something? Oh, for no particularly apparent reason. You have to blow this one up. Because we gotta use all the new powers, I guess. So you can't even do anything if you don't get all the notes. And then they just make spell doors and disconnect it, because... Oh, man. It doesn't achieve anything. It's a Pump Master 2. They really make use of the lighting engine, don't they? I'm really proud of it. But don't worry, they'll use it more in the future. So let's split these boys up. First and foremost, I don't think Banjo starts off with an attack. So we have no moves whatsoever. We're kind of fenceless. All we can do is jump. And even that we only do just. I think here we get an attack. I just want to demonstrate it, sir. Man, considering the pack is empty, wouldn't it, like, do no damage at all? Like, it has so much meat behind it, but why? Where does the beef come from? Who brings the beef? I guessed wrong. Banjo goes over to the other side. So this is a swap cloud. They appear in certain places. For some reason. The game never provides an adequate explanation for how they work or why they exist like that, but Kazooie can do even less than Banjo. Can even do a backflip. I think Banjo can still ledge grab. What Kazooie can do is she can still shoot her eggs. There's an enemy spawn. Do I want to do this right now? You know what? I think I'm going to stop. Because I don't want to do this. Oh, whatever, I'll do it. I'll be an adult. Oh yeah, here's something fun about the shock pad. The shock pad will launch Kazooie significantly higher when she doesn't have Banjo around. Because it makes sense, you know. So let's wait. Which I think I'm going to stop in a bit. Fun as it is, as much hoots and hollers as there are to be had. Oh! Yeah, that's a shooting game, isn't it? God, I forgot about that one. Heck. I like Kazooie without Banjo, though. Very slick design. Also, Banjo gets a couple of moves that really don't make sense when you think about them. I mean, they do some cool stuff with it in some regards, but in others they do not. I'm good. Just to see the way it works, is bigger hoops. So welcome to the world of green and blue. And red. The way it works is there are so many minigames and they all use the exact same rules. Despite the fact that green and red are colors you should not be using in close contrast to one another because of their color blindness problems. So there's lots of minigames that use a particular color scheme for all kinds of things. One of which is literally just spin in a circle and shoot. So you can already see how I feel about this. I got 60 points, double score. Bada bing, bada boom. Superman 64. My goodness. I'd play that game if Proton Jontron wasn't already doing it. No. Oh, I get it. It stands for Witchy World. That's why there's W's on those things. Kazooie does learn some of the neater moves. Banjo learns some of the more utilitarian moves. She learns a big backflip. She gets to glide in the air. She gets to hatch. She literally gets to learn to park her butt. It's the one-up Triforce, which decided to drop on by. Yeah, I can see why I'd want to play this one like a few times, and the original's got a lot more going for it. If I had to pick, which I technically did, I could have just picked not to, but I did. The originals, I don't know, they both have their charm, but the original has a little bit more collectible fun, and this one is a lot more objective-based fun. Like, it's very, like, they look the same, and they feel the same for a lot of perspectives. But when you look at them, the central gameplay is, yeah. I like Grunty Industries, though. I like the level a lot for a weird reason. Because I like the thematic stylings. And I also like that it does some interesting things with the transformation, because the transformation operates in a completely different level from your average gameplay. But putting that aside, I could see why someone likes Rusty Bucket Bay a bit more. Because Rusty Bucket Bay, at least you can get through. So you may have noticed what the transformation is. It's a car. I don't know why it's a car. It is a car, however. Yeah, they really... They made a lot of movement systems a lot better. Like, the fact you can now flap out of a talent trot's a very good one. It's actually one of the major big differences that really upped the game's ante a bit. There's the fact that the roll is a bit better, easier to control. Oh, this part sucks. Oh, we can just hang from the ledge. Okay. So I never got this. This is impressive, by the way, the way they did this. They polished the game's experience, but in return, they made all the old moves like, we don't want you to use those. Ooh, I read about that code. I kind of want to look it up. See, the platform changes texture midway through. I don't know why. It's so that it thematically fits, I guess. I found it kind of goofy. It's an interesting trick they pull, but... You know what? I'm going to look up that frame rate code. So I'm going to put this in, and if it destroys my game, we're going to consider it the ending. How do I do cheats? Oh. Beta Bottles Revenge code mode. Instant warp. That's neat. Energy for all. I would like to enter cheats, but I can't. Project 64 does not allow me to make cheats. That's frustrating. Oh, cool, there's a WikiHow for this. Really? Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. But there's no new cheats button here. There's no, like, extra window. Am I using the wrong version of Project 64 or something? Which version am I using? I'm using 2.3. Oh, there we go. That's the button I need to find. Hide advanced settings. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bop. I can protect my memory if I want to. Oh, heck. This button might help. That is not the button that helps. Whoops. Anyway, we can now slot a cheat in. There. I'm gonna enter the code. Mix go fast. I don't see it working, but... I mean, it feels a bit smoother, I guess. Why does this thing include, like, you have to... Yeah, there we go. It actually tells you to... Cha! Guess who's a dumbass? The sound went away, though. And the game decided to freeze. Also, my controller does not work. There we go. I think I might have to enter a room before this decides not to explode in my face. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to find a room transition so that this can properly load in. Wait. Why don't I just pick up the honeycomb before I do this? Lucky for us, there should be a room transition right nearby. Ooh, there's a button we can push. Ow. Okay. Be like that game. I got 6 viewers. 35 views. You messing with the big boy video game. I'm an adult. I can handle myself. Ugh. Can we even push the button? I don't think it lets us. It's just like, no, you can't push the button. Gotta do the mumbo thing first. I hope you can push the button for the shock pad, though. It'll save us the hassle in the task. There we go. Boom! Button push. The excitement. Delectable. I know if I want to run a cheat that has the potential of destroying my video game. Can we do this now? Because if we can do this, then I'm going to be upset. I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to do this right now. This minigame sucks. It looks good, and it sounds good on paper. But heck if it doesn't suck. I like how it opens up. Little puppet. Great. That's actually a big old bonus for me. Shit! The ROM is unstable because it crashed. I've not noticed that too much. We lost our 6th viewer. I lost my true majesty. Also, this one has a funny thing. I never got this as a kid. I don't know why. I never quite understood this, but there's a little panel here you can break. I don't know why. I'll be honest. I really do not know why. But for some reason, that line always got in my brain and made me go, I wonder what that's about. For some reason, also one of those crystals, there was some specific part of the texture that made me go, I don't know. It was one of them that I just really liked. But yes, Mumbo has to go around a whole bunch and do a whole bunch of shit. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, it looked like a little arrow that pointed up, and I was like, what does that mean? We're now doing the mature thing of doing that. Then we do this. Then we push hecka speed. The ROM has successfully crashed. Yeah, I don't think this code's gonna play ball. It's not gonna play ball. I'm fine with that. There is something else we might be able to try. But the question is, has it worked or has it worked? Well, it's crashed. The sound again. I don't care. I'll live with the low frame rate. It's how I grew up. Back in my day! Back in my day. I must be on a different version. There's no other way. Literally the only way to explain everything. Look at this fat boy. Look at this big old pile of lard. What the heck, man? I'm supposed to feed you a burg? He just needs one more burg, man. Oh, yeah. We need an ability we don't have. Of course we do! Isn't this one we need to be split up for or something? Nope. Why do we learn this here? Why? No, seriously, why do we learn this here? There's no flight pad in the immediate environment. Sure, one of the mini-games nearby requires it, but there's nothing that specifically incentivizes that. I'm just saying it makes a bit more sense that Jolly Roger Bay is the place where you learn waterborne shooting. The problem is that, as this sign tells you that, the kid is literally on the other side, so what's the point? Yuck. Welcome to being unreasonably frustrated and unsatisfied at video games with your host, Sapphire Cook. Here to tell you all about how your video game blows. I like how they reuse the monster heads things from the old. Kind of sad they use it just here. It says something. It has to. I think we need to open. How to rhyme Z with head. Zed. So, in some countries, they call it Z instead of Z. Do not ask me how that's supposed to work. What the logic is. But it's the same reason some people call it aluminium and other people call it aluminum. It's because that's how life works out. The only problem is that people can just say, that's not how you rhyme that word. And then you just smack you upside the head with a hammer and you're like, what? There's nothing you can do. Your fate is to get smacked. Dude, if you say Zed one more time, you're a zombambo. Look at how dark this place is. So this... I don't know. As a kid, I was like, what's the point of this place? It's got little spooks. And those things hurt you if you touch them. But... I don't know. It's just like, what's the point? I'm here. I was there. Woo! Zed. There's some Zeds coming in. Wow, we are not old friends. Also, there's some signs above here that I'm going to read in a second. That's not a very good point to make. Maybe it's a very strong door. This Jinjo has nothing to add to the circumstances. So it's got the ancient bearded camel, we got the medieval dinosaur, and the killer weirdo alien. You gotta hit the lock. For some reason, they're being specific about what you're supposed to blast down. Until the chuffing train. Are you saying swears without telling anyone? That's illegal. Why does he want to go to the lava world, though? What's so special about it, boy? What are you not telling us? Why do we get shoved aside like we are nothing? The true savage was Banjo-Tooie. Let's go read the sign. Okay, I need to look this up. I'm getting a little bit, just a little baby bit frustrated. Ah, cool. The next world's Jolly Roger Lagoon, a level that I hate with a passion. Something happened. The one-up Triforce has decided to follow me, which gives me 4 followers. I'm becoming hot stuff. But I need to look this up. Oh man, I'm such hot stuff. I'm so hot, I could bake an egg. Huh. Oh wow, the manual actually states that it is in fact owned by Grunty. So maybe a reference to Action Park. Okay, so if you want a good laugh, look up Action Park. It's an amusement park that closed down because the rides were fucking nuts. Nuts. I guess the hut doesn't do anything, huh? That's not supposed to be like, that's a ninja, but it's not. I think Jolly Roger Lagoon. I'm a bleeding volcano. Why am I a bleeding volcano? What did I do? What did I do to earn this disrespect? You come to my house and you call me a volcano? Is that a good thing or a bad? I don't know. My mama never told me. My mother never prepared me for this eventuality. You can, by the way, shoot fire eggs to see if you're desperate. If you're a hotshot like me, you'll make it just fine. What did the sign say again? I forgot. I mean, none of them were really, like, one of them was literally just, here's a camel. Oh no, the spookiest exhibit in the world is just a camel. Hot, 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 you could bake an egg. Heck, I can't see. That's what I can't. Thank you. Am I gonna make it through without getting hit ever? Am I the champion this world needs? Yes! I am a hero! I'm gonna fight a boss. Also, yes, the boss. Yeah, you do need the flying power for the boss, yes. Meander, meander, mutter, mutter. I like them. I don't know. The Lancer is just such a nice aesthetic. Or is it fry an egg? I think it's fry an egg, not bake an egg. So the thing is, it's Grunty's head, which implies that Grunty is actually here doing this, and it's like, okay, what? Wrong eggs. Rip. Rest in pepperoni. As a kid, I actually didn't know about the attack you could do in this for a long time, so guess who gonna have to make do? Ow, I forgot about him. What about Gruntyland? What is this about Gruntyland? God, jibbity jam it. Never heard of it. Never, ever, ever heard of it. I think about it, Banjo Nuts and Bolts features a lot of funky stuff. Yep. Let's call the Chuffington train. I might as well. God, just move. Oh, that's so sad. Grunty Land sounds like the right place to be. "35 views. I'm becoming such a hotshot." Oh. That's sad, we're not getting anything. Oh well. Though to be fair, if Banjo-Tooie is any indication, whatever Banjo-3 was gonna be nothing. Point is, there's a coin. Do I even have a Wumbo Macumbo? I've got 4 burgers. I just want to turn into a car, okay? That's all I want to do in my life. I want to go broom broom. I just want to go broom broom. Balloon burst. No. Let us make a saved estate. There's an ancient saying that goes, always be shooting. Because you never know what you hit. Always be shooting, kids. Eggs, that be. Don't shoot actual people or anything. Don't cause property damage, kids. That's not cool. Well, actually, it would be. But that's why they tell you not to do it. Because they're all jealous, they don't. Oh yeah, I forgot that at the end, log is like, here's all your shit. Sorry, I took it. I forgot about that. Makes for a very, very strange circumstance now that I think about it. I've been sneezing a lot lately. I don't know why. Ugh. My nose. I got 20 jigs. Neat. How exciting. It fills my heart with energetics. Ah! My ring finger. Why did sometimes it just likes acting up. It just likes being a whiny baby. Which is fine. You get to be a whiny baby sometimes. Okay, I really want to stop, but at the same time it's not going to play. Do I have a global? I don't know. We'll see. If I do not, I'll look one up. Why is it here? How confusing. I got some peppermint spice for your delicious oregano gazpacho. Here's your peppermint spice. Now give me some of the gazpacho. You know, when Sans Undertale said get dunked on, he did not mean actually dunk a child into the water. There he goes. And he's so sad. Like, they made that. They had to specifically program an animation for that guy to walk away and appear at all. We carry much coins. We're also completely indestructible and armored. I know about the backpack double jump. I know the pro strat. Get out of my way. See if anyone else said. Nope, everyone I've already mentioned. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Everyone runs away in panic. In a blind panic as they are confronted with their true fear. Capitalism! Out of my way, boy! Capitalism reigns! I'm even immune to electric fences. You know, I think all that metal would get in the way. Two out of 5. This is the most fun power-up because you just get to go around and mess people's day up. He only lived for about a short minute. And then he was destroyed. Hey, how about you give a beating to a car, huh? I'm pretty sure that you have to come back to a lot of areas because there's like all kinds of pay slots all over the place. Artificially lengthening the game! What a hoot. There's a couple exploits. I'd love to hear them. Eat dirt! Heck yeah! Big money! Heck! For some reason, this car is immune to magma. Is it magma? If it's indoors, does it count as magma? If I take a bucket of lava indoors, does that make it magma? Oh, isn't this a time challenge thing? Yeah, I think it is. This one sucks. It's not bad. It's okay. Oh, you gotta split. That's forget it. Let's go drive over for some fire kids. No! They're immune. Also, I love how his house looks. It's all like evil. The evil house of evil. Honk honk! Pay up, mother clucker! Anyway, now we have Mumbo, we can electrify places. Oh my god. I love how it's like, yeah, you're not on the pad yet. I know what you're trying to do. There's an ancient saying, interpret the intention of the player, not the situation. Because if you start saying, hey, you want to do this? Players generally like, yes, I do. Why are we waiting? Too bad the Van power-up doesn't do much. Unlike the submarine power-up, which actually gets, transformation gets a lot of use, now that I think about it. Or a little bit of use. Ooh. I wonder how Banjo feels about this. Like, before he turned into, like, conventional things like pumpkins. And now he turned into a car. Does he now know what an engine is like? Does he understand the plight of the proletariat? Who knows? Do they understand the plight of the proletariat? Well, the answer might surprise you. Actually, you can wear this one out very long before you do your second jump. Like, you got a lot of time to work with. How do you get the ice key early again? I don't even know where you get the ice key. I know that you get it in the Iceland, and you have to like, do a thing, and you have to get the ice key itself, too. Ow! What the heck? It takes a lot longer to get your height than you think it does. But hey, kudos! They actually made a challenge that I said was impossible to do. Actually, we should go back to Spiral Mountain anyway. There's a bunch of stuff we can do there now. Because now that we can fly and shoot, we can open a bunch of areas and get the pads. I just like breaking that thing. Ice key. Aha! You know what? You know, we'll do this later. I do not care. I want to go to Spiral Mountain and do some things. You know what I really wonder is if the things you get in Stop and Swap were actually intended things to get in Stop and Swap. Or if they had to make concessions. Don't worry, I got this, fam. I really miss Grunty rhyming. They were like, oh, it's so annoying. It's like, not really. Like, it had at least a splash character to her. It was like being comical. But I guess everything's gotta be serious now. It's illegal to have fun. In this brave new world, it's illegal to have fun. For a Conqueror, you can't actually go back to the places where you fight the grubby guy. You cannot. The game disallows you. Recall correctly. That's where it came from. And here's where I want to go. I just say the shadow's so harsh. Heck. Eat scum, dirtbag. Ow. We got a couple more things to do in Spiral Mountain now, for which surprisingly you really don't need much. Her? Eat beans, boy. Little someone in the great Josh. That's enough morning. Heck, where do I go? 37 views. Aren't I the hottest shot in the streets? All I need now is 46 more followers, and I'll be an affiliate, and I'll be a big boy. I'll get a badge. I get to be hall monitor. Get to walk around the streets. Get to take names, point fingers, say aggressive-sounding words like "Hey" and "Leave." You know, Bottles, it was your own fault, and they primarily did it because they didn't like you. Survey says you need to get lost. For some reason, despite the fact that a lot of items can be carried, there's some items you can't carry. I don't get this. But there goes the fish. Oh, that's how you get it, yeah. So we now have significantly more air, and we can do this. We can now swim at turbo speed. So, very much worth your time to come back here. We now need to find the flight pad. Oh, we might as well drop by Cheeto. See what garbage cheats he has for us. We've only got like 5 pages, so whatever he's gonna give us is gonna be worthless. You are the one. Don't weigh a ton to get respect up in the streets. I don't know what that means. I'm not hip. I'm not fashionable. I just want to talk to this book. Much obliged. Yeah, I get it. No scram. Oh, it's just spells. I wonder if it translates in other languages. No, it isn't. A rap song. Rap on my Christian channel. In rap, they say dirty words like ho. I want none of that around here. You take your goddamn ho. Apparently bears can swim against the current of a waterfall. Who knew? A hoe is a tool. You dare talk against me? I am an adult. I know what I'm goddamn doing. Ho! If this was Wind Waker, Link's eyes would go up there. He'd be like, aggressively signaling the player to go up there. It's a B&K game pack. It's a blue egg. Wow. Of course, hoes are tools. To a pimp, a hoe is nothing. Bada bing, bada boom. And that kind of stuff. Now, there's one that's a little bit less obvious how to get this one. Actually, I don't think the waterfall is just like the curiosity will get you there. This one, however, will require some keen tactical insights as we begin our bombardment run. The pack's already freaking out. Get him! After this, I want to demonstrate something that I talked about in the previous game. Well, well, well. What the hell? So now we can do this. We can sort of spiral around and we can keep it going. Which makes flight a little less frustrating, but... Ow. The fun is still crashing into the ground. Stop and swap was never implemented because the technological thing they wanted to do... I think... Wasn't it like Nintendo said you should not do that? Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what I wanted to do is... You put the cartridge in, they pull it out, and they put the other cartridge in. Because Nintendo 64 memory stays for a couple of seconds. So you could literally stop and swap. And apparently Nintendo was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Or they found, or they maybe themselves were like, this is a terrible idea for a system. The point is, someone said stop, and they stopped. Someone gave him a good old-fashioned 5 across the cheek. Good old-fashioned. Let's go hand in some eggs. Never make a spiral. Well, that's what you get if you don't try to experience life to the fullest. Oh yeah, that's the thing. They thought it would damage the system, yeah. Because, you know, exchanging data formats while something is in operation is generally not a good idea. The thing I don't get is why they have the exit in 2 different places, even though they're both kind of straightforward if you ever come back. They also wanted something like that for GoldenEye where you could reload your gun by pulling out the rumble pack and putting it back in. Rare had some terrible ideas. Let's just put it down to that. And sometimes those ideas just worked out somehow. I have to do this. I think there's a lot of lawful good people in the world. Well, not lawful good people, but people out there who are like, Kazooie, shut up, and they want to smack her. And so they were like, let's put a smack move in. Let's give the old whippersnapper to Slazm Dazm. While we're here, we can unlock Jolly Roger Bay. So we don't have to come back here immediately. Intuitive you say, but they over-explain a lot of stuff in this game so far. Oh wow, the reflection actually reflects the, wow. That's impressive. Of course, the original Rare. Like, I'm not gonna say these games weren't fantastic for their time, but nowadays. Because it's kind of the point, huh? The sacred cows must be slaughtered because over time they're gonna lose their luster. It's important to remain disconnected. Otherwise, you cannot learn from history. What the heck? Oh, it's in the way. think I actually did all once you get all of them, I think you get some like special challenges, like bonus ones. Kind of weird, but they did it. Abracadabra, halakazam, let's open a door just so we can. Behold the power of the mighty rap music. It opens doors God never could. God is puny. Oh yeah, there's the global unit for. I wonder where that one was. Ah, to the lagoon. Which reminds me of SpongeBob. Because for the longest time I thought it was Gutu Lagoon. Because I read the sign wrong. Instead of Welcome to Goo Lagoon. So take a hint, little baby me. Swell. Let's go do it again. I don't like how they call it just Diggy Challenge X. Ow, this is a bit flat. Oh heck, this one's complicated. Oh, it's Pterodactyl Land. In case you wonder, this is just slightly oddly sensitive. That's a little bit frustrating to control. Like, why don't you just call it, you've completed my 5th challenge? I don't know. It just feels like this guy loves saying his name. You completed my challenge, but I'm gonna call it GUE's challenge. Hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Behold the power of this big booming energy beam. That being said, Originalware also made like a couple of good racing games. Oh, and they made a game that I will not talk about in any polite terms. I don't know. I mean, what I think about it, Banjo-Tooie and Donkey Kong 64 are opposites of the same problem. Banjo-Tooie features very few things to pick up in a level, so you're just kind of doing the thing. And in the Donkey Kong one, there's way too many pickups, and you have to just go around a lot picking them up. It's a weird way to do it. Show some respect. The great Jiggy Wiggy can get bit. You know, I'll be 100% honest. I don't want to do more of Grunty Land of Witchy World for now. We're gonna come back there eventually anyway for other stuff, but I don't want to do some minigames right now. I want to go to Jolly Roger Bay and show you the Frogman. Man, can you imagine doing Jolly Roger Bay without getting that swim speed upgrade? Ugh. Ugh. Get dunked. I said get dunked, sir. Thank you. They could have just opened the door. There was really no reason to make that cutscene. Jolly Roger Bay is in Mario 64. What am I thinking of? I guess I forgot the names. Oh, well. Losing viewers left and right. I need to chill. I need to put up a face cam. To put up a face cam and chill up by showing my boobs. Perhaps you have been. Got more energies. Holy crap. Did I got 2? Oh, she gives them both at once. Cool. I was wondering. The 1-up Triforce, in fact, needs a 1-up Triforce himself. We call that comedy around here. It's kind trying to think about it. Do I like Gruntilda's Lair more or do I like Isle of Hags? I think Isle of Hags is a little bit more character. I think I'm going to downgrade Grunty's Lair for one reason, that's that it doesn't have a bedroom. And thus, it's not a believable environment. Worst game ever. After all, there's the ancient question of, where do they eat? What do they eat? It is a mission vital question that is often forgotten by game developers across the world. And those that forget it are doomed to repeat it. What do they eat? And don't tell me they eat dick. Yeah. On my Christian channel. All he does is he makes healing magic happen. That's all this guy exists for. There's a whole bunch of work involved with it, and all you get for it is some goobers. I forgot, you get these eggs really fast. Ice eggs are kind of neat. I have a soft spot for this particular type of egg. Also, I always love how this scene shows that enemy, and it's like, what? Wait, what? Why is that enemy there? These eyes are goofy. I mean, that must have taken some work to do, right? That must have taken some work to actually get that to work. On the other hand, it's like, eh. Let's see if there's anything in his house. In his house. I have a global. I could bribe him. I should have turned that one in. Now that I think about it. Oh well. There is no way. That button is just there for no reason. Like, hey, you looked over the ledge. Oh well. Oh, there's notes. I love notes. I'm gonna go pick them up. If I'm correct, there's not a lot of stuff going on. Whew. Wait, you can open doors by standing in front of them. I'm inclined to try. Super Mario 64 shine. What's up there then? Ha! Hey! Huh. Also, this one took me a while to get to. Jolly Roger's Lagoon. Because, you know, they needed just another thing for you to do. If they couldn't make musical notes the collectible, whatever. I like this place. I like it. I want to give it a smooch. Saber Man. Heck. I don't even know what Saber Man is. But I should really stop soon. I just want to show this place off. This is kind of sad. There's a frog. He's like my egg won't hatch. The rest of this base serves no purpose. It just exists. It exists for your vacation needs. As do that man. Heck. Oh! That's neat. Tusks, man. That's for Kazooie only. Well, where's the split pad? You ask, as I glisten in the sun and show my true majesty. I think you can actually teleport here while you're in the submarine mode. It's goofy. Heck. Going all over the place here, huh? How do I want to play again? Darwinia. That was a nice game. Heck! No, and the health vanished. You know what? This game can eat a bean to all I care. Eat a bean, video game. Amazing. I did it in a record time. Speedrun complete. Anyway, the water's gross. What a nice swim. I'll be honest, I really feel like this game they had no freaking clue what to do with notes. They really just kind of put them in. Like, here's some notes. And then they arbitrarily decided, since we're not going to have spell doors, we're going to have notes be assigned to this other functionality. Anyway, these are very sad boys. I know, a lot of games love being sped up and they just explode from excitement. Anyway, we need coins for a couple of things. I always thought there actually were not enough coins to go around, but that's because I missed a few. Turtle View Cave. Jolly Roger Lagoon. He still gives me health. What a nice guy. What a great way of making the health system even more obsolete. So, you might notice that it's nearly impossible to go down this hole without getting your ass crunked. It's because this game is something... This is probably one of the more interesting things that Mumbo does. He does very little, he does one spell and then gets to go to his little home and leave us alone for the rest of our lives, but the spell that he does is kind of interesting. I'll give him that much. Anyway, let's do the pipe thing. It's a quick thing. It's a quickie. And then I'll show you where the split up pad is. Oh, you know what? How about I show you what a split up pad is? This is super obvious. I can't believe you needed me to tell you this. How do I blow this up? How do I make the magic happen? I need to specifically hit the crack. What's with all specificity? Would have frickin' killed them to just let me do something and have fun? whack. Goodbye. The moving one is more effective and generally the one I want to use, but if you're a weird one, you can always go for the standing. And do some karate. I mean, Jolly Roger Bay has already struck me as more like an interesting area than any of the other ones, because it's got a little character. It's got that flourish. Could have just been a regular ground pup. Nope. Just had to justify design decisions. We are now in Grunty's Industries. Heck if I know why. I think that one's a fake one. Yeah. Some good music though. Anyway, you instantly get teased with a jiggy. It's so mean. Button. Hi. Hi. 39 views. I'm becoming such a famous man. At some point I'm gonna have to stop that, because I'll have too many and it'll be like, stop saying that. What I get from my troubles is the feeling of doing the right thing. Stupid great. I want to see the toxic waste. I want to see the toxic waste. I want to see the real deal. Oh, I forgot. You gotta do something else too. There's some water you gotta get, and the water's like all the way out there. And we're out here. There's a bunch of stuff involved with that procedure. So next time we'll do Jolly Roger Bay. Because I don't want to do Witcher World. And then we'll do Witcher World. Might as well. Is there anything else around here on the outside? I don't think there is. I think it's just all the internals now. There's a bunch of fun stuff inside. Let me just show you the frog I want to show you. Or Jollies. I guess it's his lagoon. He's got like ginger beer because everyone always goes like ginger ale. Salty dumplings stowed in the hole that semen surprise. Semen surprise. Semen surprise. Semen surprise. Salty dumplings stowed in the hole. Ho ho ho! Video games, everyone. Ho ho ho! Now that's a semen surprise. The surprise is that you've got a hole in your wall. And it's funny because I don't like you. There's a room over here, and there's a... Oh yeah, there's a power-up, and I think it's the underwater egg shooting one. There's a jukebox. I think you have to enter a code to use this one, though. I know! I know! This mother clucker is a part of Project Dream, which I think was what Banjo-Tooie was originally going to be. Here we got Treasure Trove Cove, there's a little nod back, and Treasure Chest. And there's Shark Island, fully deployed and ready for you to investigate and recover the egg inside. Ginger beer. The amount of times Banjo just says Kazooie. I know. I don't know. I can sleep soundly. I really love the whole flexing vertices thing. What's in here? What do you want? Give me the money. Bye. Well, that was that. I'm gonna make a safe state. I'm gonna stretch. I'm tired. I'm tired. So 3 hours. Okay. I'm not a big hotshot streamer yet. I'm not a big adult boy. I'm a little baby boy. It's funny when you actually blow up the door. Wait, what? That's cool. I didn't know you could blow up the door! I guess I was always a proper man. I was always a proper person who paid his bills and ate his shoes. Oh, the challenge torpedo. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Gamer pick Jiggy. Collect all the doubloons in town. How many doubloons are there in town? Oh, well. But yeah. I'll be fine. I need... Oh, actually, I'll make it just fine financially. I need 1 for the chairboat trainers, 5 for the page, and 20 for the Jiggy, so I'll be fine. Oh, well. I kind of... I wish I could go back and see what happens if you blow up the door, but I guess I can just Google it if I really care that much. Next time, underwater. Let's do the water temple. And there is a water temple. Don't you worry about that one. There's a water temple.